Hello, and welcome to Dwyery. How you doing, guys? Keeping alright? I'm doing pretty good. Apologies, it's been a while since I've done one of these. Apologies, I don't know if anyone really watches these. I didn't want to do one for a while because I think a couple of people had figured out the America stuff, what with me being in San Francisco for like a month before E3 and all that nonsense. And there was people asking questions on Tumblr about, you know, what's going on and shit, and I didn't want to have to lie and all that stuff, so I just found it easier to do this. And quite truthfully, it's been a fucking mental 3 months. It's been pretty weird between all that wedding stuff back in July, and then this visa stuff, which has been this has been like a year in the making. A bit longer actually. It was kind of back at E3 2012. The first signs of it were kicking in back when John was editor. But yeah, it's been a crazy process over the past couple of months. Trying to get all the paperwork, trying to figure all that shit out. Visas are messy, they're crazy, and I'm very, very happy to finally be on this side of the interview and all the process. So I'm getting my passport back in a couple of days, which will have it in it, and then I'll be legally able to work in the States for a number of years. And it's crazy. It's like the most overwhelming. I walked out of the embassy. I didn't even know what to do, like, because obviously it's been like a thing I wanted to do for like the past, you know, year or so. Truthfully, when I joined GameSpot in London, the idea was that in 2 years I wanted to be in the States, and if I hadn't done, then I'd probably, well, back then it was myself and my partner. We'd probably go somewhere else or try a different form of life or whatever. Because I was actually leaving, trying to get into games journalism before I got the GameSpot gig, like a month before. So that was always the kind of the dream in the head, but it's actually been a dream in my head for like 6 or 7 years. So, like, it's fucking, especially because it wasn't happening for so long, and I'd resigned to the fact that I was completely fine with the fact that idea I had of maybe one type of life, I'd like to have one type of career, wasn't going to happen. I was kind of fine with it. So the fact that now I am going to go over there, I am going to be working with GameSpot, and I am going to be presenting videos is just like, it's basically like your dream come true. Like, I don't have many dreams in life. I do quite a lot in my life. I cram quite a lot in. I do a lot of traveling. I do a lot of meeting random people. I keep myself busy. But like in terms of like aspirations, I always just go with the flow. But like the only aspirations I've ever had, I've kind of hit now, and that's really, really strange. So who knows? I might go to San Francisco and become the most lackadaisical motherfucker in the world. I don't know. But it's just, even though I've been waiting for that interview to come around for so long, just walking out of there and this week, and then people fucking tweeting the nicest things and sending emails, and I met a dude at a party last night who was like 2 hours after I said it on Twitter, it was like, congratulations, and like, it's been a fucking weird week. But it's been great. So thanks to everyone who's been so nice and supportive and saying nice stuff. Like it's been, yeah, it's been really nice, because this has been really crazy. Sorry, I'm gonna go into my Tumblr. There's a bunch of questions. I'll put a shout out in case people have questions, because there is a lot of questions coming through, and not being a big fucking arsehole prima donna, but genuinely on Twitter, there's like, today I spent 8 hours doing doing GTA Diary, so I've been really fucking busy. So I'm gonna get into the bottom. Okay, first question. I haven't read these, so apologies. I might have to skip one or two if I don't, if they're a bit weird. First, congratulations, thank you very much, Liam Nicholson. I can never get Jack Nicholson and Jack Nicholas. I never know which one's which, because we had a Jack Nicholas is the golfer, right? We had an Amiga game, Jack Nicholas, greatest 18 holes of major championship golf, and then Jack Nicholson is Here's Johnny, I think. Thanks very much, man. Anonymous asks, can I have all your shiny new IKEA furniture? No, so I've been living on this. I've been living on this couch for a month. I've been living on a different couch, the one in the Grand Theft Auto history video, for 2 months. I'm staying with two very dear friends of mine who I guess after the wedding shit happened, like they were our bridesmaids. Like they're really good friends of myself and my ex. They put me up. At that stage, I thought I'd be in America by August, so I've actually, like, they've been incredibly nice. So I bought this as part of my, like, you won't let me pay rent thing, and I've, like, filled their fucking things and gonna buy them something else over the weekend while they're all away. But yeah, I've just been, like, crashing here, there, and everywhere. But this is all their IKEA furniture, actually, that I was helping them purchase. That's actually my television. I gave them that as well. Like, all this red table thing. So sadly, no. I've been living very light for the past 2 years because I knew I was going away again. And when you move to a different country, like I did when I moved to England 4 years ago, like I tend not to acquire things because I know I'm going to move again. So I'm really looking forward to actually getting to San Francisco and getting a place. And most places there seem to be unfurnished, and actually buying stuff, because I've never done it really, because I went to university in my hometown and lived at home. So I think that's going to be awesome, but sadly, no, you can't have any of this. Okay, now that you're going to be in the same continent as the bomb crew, when can we expect? Yeah, so I hear this a lot, and it's super flattering, and it's weird when I read it on Gaff and stuff. Like, super flattering. Like, the reason I'm involved in this industry is basically because of Jeff and Rich Gallup and Vinny and stuff. Like, they were the people I saw and went, that's fuck, if I could be anywhere as good as those guys, that'd be amazing. So, like, I am going over to work for GameSpot. Like, I do quite a lot of shows on GameSpot. I'm not leaving GameSpot. There's nothing like that. Like, I haven't talked to, like, I talked to lads here and there on Twitter and stuff, but I haven't talked to them since, I haven't talked to anyone in the US office really much at all, except for, like, HR and, like, executive people that I need to, since I was there in May. So that's not what's, you know, it's a fucking office. There's GameSpot people there. There's, like, GameSpot video people. There's editorial. There's Ryan McDonald's team over there, and, like, the Giant Bomb guys are, like, just, like, in a different section. So if Vinny wanders over to my desk like he did so nicely when I was there in May, and comes up and says, "Have you ever heard of BioForge?" and I thought he was talking about that Starforge game, that Minecraft thing, I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do that. If he was to do that again, I'd be more than fucking happy to do it. The CBSI Games family, I think, like, GameSpot's gone through a lot of change. Obviously, Giant Bomb's gone through a lot of change over the past 6 months as well. I don't know. I would imagine that there is feet finding to happen on both of those sites, and if there is any crossover stuff, I'm sure it'll be, we've got an extra seat, somebody come on, stuff like that. So I'm just happy to hear Alexis on the Bombcast, because that motherfucker, when I was over in May, like, and I met him for the first time, he was already pulling his hair out over launching the new GameSpot. So I'm so happy for him that it's done, and I'm sure he's got, like, a massive checklist of bugs and shit now, which is, like, 10 times as stressful. But I'm just happy to hear him on the Bombcast and stuff. But yeah, for sure, like, I'm sure I'll fucking pop up here and there, and I'd love to get those guys on some GameSpot stuff if needs be, but or if possible rather. But we'll see. There's a lot of, like, I still have to figure out what I'm packing. So, you know, talk to me in a couple of weeks. And don't, yeah. Next question. Are you going to try and keep up with Arsenal this season? I know they're on TV a fair bit in the States, but the time zones are pretty tricky. He's hoping it's quite a season to miss. Yeah, so I'm kind of pissed about that. I've been an Arsenal fan since I was, like, 8, and I've spent 4 years here. I go to quite a lot of games. Like, I've been to 4 Arsenal games this season, yeah. Went to 7 last year. It's expensive pastime. Actually, it's not that expensive. I have mates who've got season tickets, which helps out quite a bit. I would love to see us do really well this year. If we do, I'm fucking flying back. If it's the last week and we are title contenders, there's no way I'm missing it. I'm still reeling from the Carling Cup loss against Birmingham. I was watching up on Holloway Road. I'll go fucking mental. I watched the last game of this last season in San Francisco, because I was there in May with Ben Howard, who's, like, the head of CBSI Games. He's who basically him and Chris, my current boss, are who got me into GameSpot in the UK. I went over to his house and watched the last game of the season, and it was 8 o'clock in the fucking morning on a Sunday, and it was a nightmare because there was some Data Breakers was on that race, and all the tubes. Jesus, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with vocabulary. We're all off, and I had to end up getting a cab over to Rockridge or wherever he was. So yeah, that's fucked up. So I'm fucked on football, Gaelic games, so hurling and Gaelic football, the Irish sports, I'm screwed. Rugby, Six Nations, I'm screwed. Formula One, I am dead because all of the European races are going to be a nightmare. All of Asia's, I think maybe it might just be late enough in the day in America. And then there's what? The Circuit of the Americas, and if they do that near New Jersey race, which probably won't be next year as well. So I am bringing a copy of Canada 2011 for Drew Scanlon though, because I feel so bad that this is the year he got into Formula One. He deserves to watch a full race that's good. But yeah, so we'll see. I'm hoping. Yeah, we'll see. Borussia Dortmund wasn't great. Will you still be recording? Sorry, this is This Charming Dan. Great name. Marcy, very good. Will you be recording or contributing to some of the UK shows when you can? Also, I was wondering what it takes to get into the industry. I've always wanted to do what you're doing at the moment and would love the opportunity to talk about my love gaming for a living. What's the best course of action? I've talked about, it's too hard. I could talk for 10 minutes on that. There's a post, if you go back down my feed, there's a post I did on Gaff a while ago which kind of goes over some stuff. It's really hard and it has a great degree of luck even if you're really skilled. But in terms of the UK stuff, GTA Diaries, myself and Seb are working out how we're going to keep doing it. I could do it in America and just pull other people in, and I do want to do a lot of collaborations, but I love Seb 4 too much to do that, so I want to do that more. Like, I'm sure I won't be on Feedback Yet anymore doing the voices, but that's not a problem because those guys are hilarious. I just do that same South Park accent every time. And yeah, I guess it'll be fucked to not have like Johnny pop in for simulators on Random Encounter and stuff, but you know, c'est la vie. There'll be loads of people in America I'll get to collaborate with, and a lot of people I want to get on videos, like Mary Kish, who's joined up 2 months ago. I don't think she's been in front of camera yet. I met her at Comic-Con. Like, she's incredibly knowledgeable about games, and I want to get her on some ones. I want to get Eric Tay, my boy, loads of people over there. So there'll be loads of people on Random Encounter. I'm probably going to do a lot more collaborative stuff on RE in the future. But the point's still going to go, like, that's all still going to happen. The GTA show is going to keep going, all that. Do you expect to find a copy of Hellraiser to still be on top of the bus stop roof if you make a return to London? So the Hellraiser one's gone. For those who don't know, there's a bus stop, there's a Storify. If you type Storify Hellraiser into Google, you'll probably pick it up. There's a bus stop on the Old Kent Road in South London that has a Hellraiser VHS on it. And then it disappeared for 2 weeks, and then 2 of them reappeared, like videos, VHS tapes. And then they went back, and then after a while, one of them reappeared and started to get shitty. So I bought one on eBay and threw it up there. And now both of those have gone. So currently there is none. So if previous patterns repeat, then in a couple of weeks, 3 should appear. But I don't think that's going to happen. And I don't think I have enough time to go to eBay and buy some more of them. So we'll see. I hope so. There's also one where there's one up somewhere up in North London. Johnny was on a bus and saw a Hellraiser on top of a bus stop there. We don't know how the fuck this started. I don't know. I hope so. We'll see what happens. Introspective. What's up, girl? Just seen the good news. Good luck. I'll make the most of it. I'm sure you'll have a great time over there. I know this is GameSpot. Been a big inspiration for me to get writing. Writing, really? Because I'm shit at writing. Find better inspiration. Question, what do you think you'll miss the most from London and UK apart from people? And can I steal your job in the UK office? I can even try to do an Irish accent. Don't. This is my dumbed down Irish accent. You don't want me talking like a fucking big Irish fella, boy. You want to have a clue what I'm talking about? I started doing the Cork accent on Feedback Yet. I'm quite happy about that, actually. What will I miss from London? This is the best city I've ever lived in. I'll miss a lot. I miss how random it is. I miss the sense of humour. I miss how everyone is really pissed off at everything in their lives, but it also loves it. I love how people angrily drink their lives away. I'll miss taking the bus home from North London and crossing over like Westminster Bridge and like Southwark Bridge and seeing all the views. I miss leaving work and being able to like wander into town and just do something amazing that, you know, I couldn't dream of doing in my hometown. But I'm gonna have a whole new palette of experiences to have in San Francisco, so I won't miss. I won't mourn my life in London. Like I was ready to leave 2 years ago, so like I have been ready to leave for 2 years as well, kind of. I miss my football team over here, the Star of Bethnal Green. I stopped playing with them at the end of last season because I'm a goalkeeper, and if I float around and then disappear 2 months into a season, they'll never get a keeper for the rest of. It's one of those positions you need to be in or out. So I stopped playing with the lads a while ago. So I miss those dudes. But yeah, I miss people. I miss people more than anything else. But this is a great city. If anyone's watching this ever thinking about moving over here, we kind of recommend this place. Better enough. I'm a different person because of this city. So I'm going to have to pod through these because this video gets long and I'm not sure this internet in this house is too good, so I might just die. RTOM2566. Since you moved to San Francisco, does it mean no more random encounter, no more the point? Sorry, I should have filtered these. No, they're still going. They're still going. Random encounter again. Okay, I missed the EFMS. This is Kina39. I missed the EFMS or History of series. I guess they can only go so far. Very true. And it's great to see you keep stepping up. Definitely the best. Oh no, I don't want to say that shit like that. Stop being modest for once. Give yourself a pat on the back. PPS Go Gunners. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm Irish, so I can't take compliments. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it. Are you going to speak differently now you're on an American website? Asks Mick Roar. So we're already on an American website. Like, there is no difference between what goes up really in the UK or US, to be honest. Like, we had regional sites until the relaunch last month. And in a way, like, we will, I believe, maybe it's not right now, but there will still be regionally delivered content on the site. So if you come from a UK IP, then if there's a UK specific story, which we don't really do anymore, but if there was, that'll get delivered to you. I'd say that's more to do with ad sales more than anything else. No, like, all the content that we make is tailored to knowing that a large percentage of our audience is American. Maybe not as much as you think. Our original programming, so the shows that we do, the UK is actually quite a large section. I can't think what it is at the moment. Is it like 20% or 25%? Which, when you think about population, is actually quite crazy. I think it is. Don't quote me on that. I can't remember, but it is a sizable amount. But for sure, like, America is our biggest one. So, like, there's a reason one of the things I did was, like, I did a history of sensible software video, like, knowing full well that, like, a massive amount of our audience wouldn't have a fucking clue what that is. So when I was editing it and writing it, I did it from a half of you will probably know what this is, half of you won't have a clue what I'm talking about. Like, so we're very aware that it's an American audience, and, like, yeah, like, even the times Random Encounter goes out at 4 o'clock in the evening, I could do that in the morning, but it goes out at 4 p.m. because America's waking up, because it's like 10 a.m. New York, or 11, and then it's kind of like 8 in the morning in San Francisco. So that's why we're super aware of, like, who we're talking to already. So no, I won't speak differently. And if you're talking about my accent, which you probably were actually, so it's all waffle. No, I don't think so. Irish people, I'm generalizing, but generally Irish people do the thing where we do change our accents quite a lot for where we're around. I don't know why. I think our own accent is quite malleable. And Ireland's a really crazy country because, like, from county to county, people have different accents. Like, if you're like in a Dublin accent, is totally different. Like a Cork accent, and, like, you're talking, like, 50 miles in any direction. But we are quite malleable, so I will absolutely start saying the word store and start talking about, like, the subway instead of the tube and stuff like that. But, like, I do that now. Like, you don't notice because if you're not from my hometown or you didn't know me growing up, you wouldn't know that I probably, my cadence and whatnot is different, especially my vocabulary. So yeah, I'm sure stuff like that will happen, but whatever. If it's starting to annoy, or you guys think I'm being an asshole, just send me a message and let me know. I do need to be kept in check over that, because I guess if you're surrounded by everyone else, you'll just repeat what they're saying. IKEA furniture, more giant bomb. Don't forget us in the little old UK. I will not. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. There's a lot of questions about random encounter and stuff. Like, all that stuff's gonna work. I had a question in there from, like, months ago from a dude saying, I think you're moving to San Francisco, and good luck. And I didn't answer it. I kept it in my inbox. The other one I kept in my inbox is another anonymous question from somebody asking what the specs are on the random encounter machine. And every week I want to go in and find out and actually reply to that, but I've never have. So I better do it soon before I shoot off. Alright, I've got 4 days off, so I'm going to chill the fuck out and then pack my life up again for the first time in 4 years. Moving country is always fun. It's actually going to be easier this time because it's so far that I can't bring boxes, so I'm going to pile everything into bags and turn up. I'm getting put up for like 6 weeks while I find a place by CBS, so that should be fun. I'm going home next week for like 4 days, 5 days, because I won't make it home for Christmas. Because I kind of, like, I'll miss everyone for Christmas, but it's only 6 weeks, and Like, this feels like a new adventure in many ways. Like, obviously the fact that I'm moving over there, the fact that I'm single for the first time in 9 years, that whole feeling is still quite weird. Um, I think it's going to be cool to kind of like hang out there on my own for a bit and find my feet. So I'm really excited. I'm a very lucky boy. Very, very lucky boy. So thanks again to everyone. Actually, you know what? I want to say thanks to everyone for like the past, like, because this gonna get soppy and fucking emotional and shit like that, but like, this is mental. This whole situation is completely mental, and like the amount of people on Twitter, and like mates of mine, like friends of mine, like I was in Wales with my mate Mark last weekend, who I met on GameSpot years ago, who we started up, or he joined me on Citizen Game, my website, before I got the GameSpot gig. Like the amount of people that I know from that community who have, like, I've been having my life in tandem with them. Some of them have gone on to be like lawyers and doctors. Some have been on to have kids and get married and move country and do all these stuff. And it's weird to be the one dude who actually kind of who did the GameSpot line, because like not everyone, like that's the thing, like it's not everyone who goes to these sites wants to work on these sites. Like some people think that, and I think some communities are more like that than others. I think Giant Bomb is way more enthusiast press than like games. Like people are way more happy to consume it and they just leave it, whereas the like Giant Bomb audience, because it's so enthusiast, is way more. I think there's probably more people in there percentage-wise who want to get into journalism or want to get into development or programming than there will be everywhere else. So it's kind of cool, it's kind of weird to be the one that actually went into the industry from that group of friends, and then to actually go and get to America is like crazy. And none of that would have been possible without, like, I honed any skills that I have over years, and the only reason I did it is because people were supportive, and like first people who subscribed to my shitty blog back in, fuck God, when did I start that one? Like 2007 maybe. I was on GameSpot for a couple of years before that. Like every little message, like on like soapbox articles I wrote, like the first videos I did that were fucking awful, that podcast myself and Dennis started, which that was actually pretty good. That was pretty funny. All the people, like the 50 people who listened to that, and then Citizen Game, like, and then all the GameSpot guys, all the guys who've like left GameSpot either from Giant Bomb or gone into development or whatever, like all the every little message, every little fucking email and tweet and point of contact that just made you just keep trying, keep trying. I have such a well of gratitude for everyone. You watching this right now, leaving comments on videos and stuff, like it's literally changed my entire life, and I am severely indebted to everyone, which is why I will never. The point at which I feel like I'm phoning in this job, I will happily bow away, because I feel like I am indebted to a lot of people for allowing me to be in this position. So, yes, thank you genuinely to everyone who's ever watched anything or given me shit or given criticism, be it good or bad. Like it all comes to maelstroms together to make the next piece better in some way. So yes, cheers. You have made this Irish boy an incredibly happy person at 27. So thank you very much. I very much appreciate it. Alright, I'm going to go now, and I've got tomorrow off, so I'm going to get shit-faced and play Grand Theft Auto Online. And I hope you do too. Thanks very much for watching. If you have any more questions, tweet me at Dwyery or shoot them onto my Tumblr. And I'll be happy to answer. I don't know why you guys ask me questions. It's weird. It's not weird. It's just, it's weird that people want to ask me things. Ask me how good this Strongbow tastes. Not very good. Buy a better brand. Bye!